Good morning, Jordan. It's Steve. Today is Tuesday, April 21st. I hope that you and your family are doing well. And I thought I would send along another story recording that you could follow along in. This one's called It's Raining Worms, and it's written by Anne Harth. Let's go to the park, Ryan said. Johnny looked out the window. It's too wet, he said. No, it's perfect. Ryan grabbed their coats. It only happens when it's wet. What happens? Johnny said. It rains worms, Ryan said. It does not. Yes, it does. Come on, I'll show you. The boys walked into the street. Johnny looked up at the sky. I don't see any worms. Look at the ground. Ryan splashed through a puddle. It only happens near the park. They turned a corner. Johnny could see the swings. Look carefully, Ryan said. They should be around here. And you can see they're standing in the park and they're on some grass. It's raining pretty hard and you can even see some puddles. Johnny stared at the ground. There, he pointed. A shiny, slimy worm slithered on the road. They walked on. There's another one, Ryan said. And another one. Johnny looked around. Worms are everywhere. That big puddle is full of them. You can kind of see what looks like worms right over here in the picture. They're brownish, and then some trees in the background. That big puddle is full of them, he said. But they didn't come from the sky, they came from the ground. Just then, a girl rode her bike through the puddle. Water flew everywhere. Worms did too. Look, I see one of them landed on um, Ryan's arm. A worm landed on Ryan's arm. Another one landed on Johnny's shoulder. See? Ryan flicked the worm off Johnny's shoulder. It does rain worms. So before we do the questions, you probably already know this, but if you don't, reason that you see worms when it rains a lot is that worms breathe air. And even though they're underground, they can still find enough air to breathe. But what happens is when, something coming up on my screen. When it rains a lot, the ground gets flooded and there isn't enough air for them to breathe. So they have to come to the top to breathe air. And a lot of times you will also see birds that come by when it's raining and go on grassy patches. And the birds do that because they know that the worms are going to surface. And a lot of birds like to eat worms. So if you ever see birds on grass in the rain, it's usually because they're looking for worms that are coming up to breathe. So let's see what questions there are. Well, the worms Why do the worms land on Johnny? I think you know that one because the girl went through the puddle, right? What type of day is it? Is it sunny, rainy, snowy? Where on Ryan did the worm land? Was it his left arm or his right arm? I think it was his left. Where were the worms coming from? Well, the worms were coming from underground, like I just mentioned. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short story, Jordan, and I hope that sometime soon, maybe before summer break or maybe after summer break, we get a chance to read together again. And I hope that you and your family are staying safe and healthy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.